as an extension off Monday's video, where we discussed a lot about the narcissist psyche and sense of entitlement, you guys have to understand, and it's in every video that you can find it anywhere. The narcissists always feel, and their stories will always slant towards them being either the hero, the victim, or the martyr. Never the villain. Not even villain. Never even at fault. I'm sorry, I have an itchy nose. Get into a fight or kiss a fool. That's what I always heard. So I always kiss my own hand when I have an itchy nose. I feel like the sooner we all stop waiting for them to admit villainry, the less crazy we will make ourselves anticipating something that is never coming. We're never going to get healing. We're never going to get any kind of solace from them. We're never going to have any sense of understanding of how they operate because it doesn't make any sense. And if you know someone who, when you listen to them talk, think right now, calculate in your mind. And I'm sure you can think of people in your own life that are either the hero, the victim, or the martyr in their stories. That, you guys, is a huge red flag for dysfunction. Like, never does a sentence start out with, for example, villain, meaning, I could have handled that better. I mistreated her. I would, if I could, I would do that over. I wronged her. She didn't deserve it. Are you kidding me? It's going to be, well, she did this, and I was there for her, hero. Or she did this, victim, martyr. I gave up everything for her. I tried and tried. Most of what they say when they're explaining how they're a hero, victim, or martyr are lies. And we've all come to know that, right? Pathological lying is a part of this disorder. Pathological lying. If their lips are moving, they're lying. I hate to use that cliche, but it's almost true. They even lie about the little things. It becomes a habit to lie, I think. When you're a liar, you just lie about anything. I feel that the reason it's so important to really understand this is because then you will stop making them see. They don't want to see. They don't want to see that they are to blame. They don't want to see that they have to take responsibility for something. Why should they? They're the hero, the victim, or the martyr. Those three kinds of people, those true hero, victim, martyr, they don't take responsibility for anything. Nothing was their fault. And they were heroes, victims, or martyrs, right? We know what those three words mean. Those people exist in the world. God bless them. They're all in heaven, right? Hero, victim, martyr. They will never, though, villainry, take the blame, the responsibility, have a conscience about what they did, feel guilt about what they did, feel remorse for what they did, feel sorrow for what they did, try to reach out to the person, repair the damage they've caused, admit to the damage they've caused, admit to the insane, asinine things they've done to an undeserving person forever. They will never, ever, ever do that. And I ask you to try to really get your brain around this because a lot of you are stuck still in pain over this person. I'm telling you, this is their personality trait that's in them. Nothing to do with you. It's nothing to do with you. You could be the best person in the world. And I'd like to think that all of my audience, we're all good people. We just stumble upon getting involved with these narcissists or having them in our lives, these toxic people, and they decide they zero in on you and they want to destroy you. Well, a way to do that is they can never be the villain. They can never say, no, she was always good to me. I didn't do right by her. I could have handled that better. I shouldn't have talked about her behind her back to any single person that would listen forever. I shouldn't have done that. She was good to me. And I, wasn't good to her. If they could do that, then they could have a turnaround, couldn't they? like a Ebenezer Scrooge moment where they could do a 180, right? That's what we hope for, that they're going to see the light and they're going to suddenly be like, I am so sorry, and let's go forward and repair this relationship, and let's, no, 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 no. They are always the hero, victim, or martyr, and never the villain. Ever. 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 They will shed tears to sell their story. They will get angry and scream at the top of their lungs, as I mentioned Monday, to someone who's just trying to have a simple conversation with them. And their limited brain thinks that display proves they're correct, or they're right in behaving that way. Excuse me, but any grown person who acts like a lunatic because somebody's trying to speak with them is not right at all. I can't even hear your point because you're acting like a lunatic. Not two ways. This person's talking, toxic person's flipping out. Why? They don't want to hear their truth. Toxic person doesn't want to hear their truth. Oh, no, 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 no. And you trying to tell them and make them see their truth is going to make them hate you. Is going to make them fight with you. Is going to make them flip out at you. Is going to make them stop talking to you. Is going to make them spread lies about you so as to decrease your credibility, lest you ever get the ear of anyone they know and tell them the truth about this toxic person. Right? They're never, ever going to admit anything. Well, he did. He told me. She did. She told me that she was... Okay, they will say anything, especially a romantic partner. If they're not quite done with you and they still need something from you, they'll say anything to get back in. But they don't mean it. They don't feel it. They continually in life feel like the victim, the martyr, or the hero. And that's all they want to be. They're not interested in accepting any blame for anything else. They weren't the villain. You did wrong. You did this to them, which made them do this to you, when all, in reality, your reactive abuse to them that they call abuse, your reaction to what they've done to you, they're trying to sell as you having a dysfunction. I'm sorry if you poked me with a fire poker enough times that I finally said, ouch. Did I say ouch? Did I? Look at me, I get so mad. And then they use that as, see, she's this. Really? Why don't we talk about the things you did to me to make me say ouch? Do you want me to list them? I listed once a video back at the end of August, a list of things that I've done for someone that wasn't. I've never told you guys the mean things that have been done to me by a certain individual or another individual. Maybe I'll list those one day. And it is impossible for me to have any kind of relationship with someone who imparts that kind of harm on me when I never did a thing to deserve any of it. And once you grasp this, that they will never and they will always be those things, hero, victim, martyr, and never the villain, you become like released. Again, just like Monday, you realize, oh, it's them. Yes, it's their dysfunction. I look at them, not laugh, but kinda. You're sitting there all angry with a furrowed brow and you go through life like this. That's nothing to do with me. I don't even have you in my life. I haven't seen you in years. But if I'm around you, you have a face, you have a comment, you have ill words. How? How is somebody that's not even in your life bothering you that much? The way I look at that is, I have that much power over someone to bother them when I'm not even in their life anymore? Because in their mind, they were the hero, victim, or martyr in every story they tell about the two of you. They can't even see their own truth. And anytime you've tried to make someone see their own truth who doesn't want to, that causes narcissistic injury. And they're going to flip out. They don't want to see their truth because you can speak it in plain language, right? There's certain actions that are plain black and white evil. You can speak that in plain language. What happens then? They can't deny it. They can't say anything. They can't say that didn't happen if the both of you know it happened, but they're lost for words. So what are they lost for words? So what do? It interrupts their hero, victim, or martyr notion of themselves. It interrupts that they're not one of those things, and it clearly paints them as the villain, but they don't know what to do with that information, so they flip out. End the conversation. Walk out. Hang up. They don't want to admit it or see the truth you're trying to make them see. And you know what? Save yourself the time. Once you realize they'll never see, then you give up and you don't even bother. Those people are not worth it to keep around in your circle. Move on. This is a wonderful time of year, isn't it? The holidays, people all getting together. If there's someone in a circle that bothers you, just sit back like this, like I do, and go. And the whole time I'm thinking, if I look at someone like that, I'm thinking, poor them. Like they're so angry and twisted up over me. I mean, nobody that's not even in my life would ever have power over me that gets me all twisted up. And it's a shame. It's a shame for that person. But again, if you are the person who continually tried to talk to this person about the truth of themselves, try to get them to feel better, try to get them to see the light, see the black and white truth, they're going to, they're going to hate you forever. They don't want their truth highlighted. They don't want others to see it. They don't want others in their circle to hear it, especially those that they've snowed into thinking they're this magnanimous creature. They don't want them hearing what you have to say. Your truth about them is ugly. Black and white ugly. They know it, and anyone that would hear it would know it. Don't let it bother you, you guys. It is, the fault rests with them. Period. Period.